Guys? It's your main man, coach, dating confidence coach, and image consultant for men, Van Johnson. Look, I am on the drive now from San Francisco to Las Vegas. It's been quite a time out here. It's been quite a time. Started out in Mississippi, went from Mississippi to College Station, Texas, to Dallas, Texas, to Phoenix, Arizona, to San Jose, California, to San Francisco, California, and now to Las Vegas, California. So yeah, it's been quite a time. But anyway, look, I am on another long drive on the in between. So I just decided I would hop on live and chat with you guys about dating, relationships. Look, if anybody has any dating, relationship related questions, feel free to request to join the live. Ask your questions. We can have a conversation about it. Be sure to like, share this so that more people can join the live and we can have a conversation. I can answer some questions for you guys. Remember, I am your favorite dating coach. So if you have any questions, guys or ladies, I got you. I'll give you the sauce. I'll give you the game on the low. So low that it's free while I'm on this live. So, yeah. What's up, Vincent? I see you join the live. What's up? What's up? Got any dating or relationship related questions for me? Let's talk about it. That's funny. Should I date a white girl instead? Man, that's up to you, bro. Um, that's up to you. Look, my saying is a beautiful woman is a beautiful woman. That's what I always say. It depends on what you're looking for. Tell me what you're looking for. There may be some character traits that may be more prevalent in some groups than others. Um, but me personally, it's all about the vibes. And if she has what I'm looking for, don't really care about the background, ethnicity, any of that. For me personally, if she has what I'm looking for, I'm rocking with it. So, yeah, what are you looking for? Kennedy, Kennedy, it is this what? Oh, you her boyfriend? You won't hear playing with me. And give me some real questions. Give me some real questions. Look, request to join the live, and I'll bring you up, and we can have a real conversation. Get into this thing. Be sure to like, share with people, so that more people can join, and we can have a real conversation. We live.
Hello?
There we go.
There we go. What's going on?
Oh man, I'm living the life, man.
Man,
How
that
about
sunset look
yourself,
nice
brother?
behind you, man. You look like you going off into the sunset in the movie.
I know, right, man? And when I tell you this is a beautiful, it's been a beautiful scenic drive. It really has, man, brother.
Right. Hey, it look nice. Let me ask you something though.
Go for it.
How has life been since you've been on the Pop the Balloon?
Man, it's been fun. People, it's been interesting to see how everything worked out because I kind of had a pretty good idea about how it would go before I got on the show.
Right.
Just with my understanding of human psychology, and then I'm gonna say more specifically, black human psychology in America. So one thing is I specifically wore the fro for that episode because I wanted to be able to gauge something, and that was if black women, if there would be any black women on there that would pop on me solely to the fact that I was wearing a fro. So I figured that might be that's interesting. I know I got some that. What were the reasons? They were kind of being iffy on really, really giving good reasons, unless they didn't have any, unless they didn't just want to say it was the pro. I don't know, but kind of like the videos I've been posting, some of them since. If there's a brown woman, a chocolate woman that's reject because of the way that our hair grows out of our head, man, that's some BS, and I don't think that's somebody that you can deal with. So, uh, yeah, but yeah, it's been live. I've been getting a lot of inquiries.
Yeah, I believe that. I bet that. It's breaking up bad. I can't lie. So I'm gonna just ask you this: why is it that it's okay when one of the contestants had an afro, but when you wore your afro, it was just seen to be a huge problem.
Well, and see, that's again the different dynamics there. See, if I, as a man, go ahead and say something about a woman's afro, what was that? What's that? I can't quite read that name. Latash, somebody. What's up? I see you in the live. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask some questions. Right now, I got fencing on, and if you have any questions, feel free to jump in after. Looks like you're saying I'm breaking. Hopefully y'all can hear me all right. But can y'all still hear me all right? Look like we lost Fence. Hey, if you get back in, brother, just request, but I'll continue to answer your question anyway. So that's the different dynamics there. If I had said something untoward, negative, or whatever about one of these females here, oh, I'm sure they would have went livid. It happens all the time. And why do they see it differently with men? Well, that's really a good question, and I would love to have some women on to answer that question for me. Why do they see things differently with women? Why do they see it differently for us as men? That's really a good question. But part of it is exactly what I've been saying on some of the videos I've been putting out. Is the fact that a lot of brown folk in America, they have deep rooted, internalized self-hate. That's what it comes down to. And so, because you have to ask yourself, why would a woman reject a black man because he is wearing his, let's say, ethnic hair, the way that his hair grows, considering that is her hair. It's literally her hair. So why in the world would she reject a man because of that? You really have to ask yourself that question. there's a reason why she would do that. And I can't see that being anything good, anything of any benefit. I just don't think that's a woman that you would, again, want to be with. Because if she has that kind of internalized self-hate and she puts that on you, that means she has it in herself. And then consider what would happen if you go ahead and have children with a woman like that. Welcome everybody that's coming in to the live. Eugene, the girl, what's up, what's up? Look, if y'all have any questions, feel free to request to join the live and ask your questions. I'm answering dating and relationship related questions, or other questions that y'all have. Welcome, Just. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Answering all your dating and relationship related questions, or what was it? Somebody just asked me a song about the experience since Pop the Bloom. So if you have some questions about that, I am open. But yeah, I do find that very interesting. Since it's been, for the most part, it's been consistent hate, and I would say putting me down as a result of me coming on wearing my hair, me having the sideburns, me having the beard. I intentionally didn't didn't try to get all chopped up and all perfectly lined. I'm not a female. I don't want to look perfect. I don't need to be in pristine condition. That's not my real life. I love to look good, but I'm not trying to look like I got every hair in place. I don't need to get my eyebrows arched. I'm good on that. I don't need to, like somebody was saying, braid it up or cut it off. And this is a black man we're talking about. That stuff, to me, is insane. As black people saying stuff like that about your own hair, you have to think about why you're really doing that. And I don't think any of these people ever give it any thought. Then they were talking about they thought I was playing a character. Nah, this ain't no character, baby. This is Van Johnson. I've always been this way. If y'all could talk to any other people that I went to high school with, they'll let you know I had the fro back then, and I rocked that fro, baby. I rocked that fro like no man's business. I don't play characters. The only character I play is me. So this is something that I have been wanting to say, and I'm gonna make a post about this too. But all my life I've gotten, Michael. You look like Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, John Lennon, John Legend. So many. I mean, it's so many different names. I need to just make a list of all the different people. Prince, all the different people have been, trying to compare me to. Understand something about me. I'm not any of those guys. I am the one and only, the original Van Johnson. Nobody else. So if you ever meet me in person, do not compare me to anybody else. I'm Van Johnson. I'm not a character, except my own. I'm the original Van Johnson because unlike so many other people, where, and it's really sad what happens, but often we go ahead and we allow, whether it's our parents, our friends, other family members, whatever the case, we go ahead and we allow them to snuff out our hopes and dreams, extinguish the flame within us for whatever we were meant to be, extinguish the flame of us being our authentic selves. And people just shrivel up and become a former shell of who they were meant to be. The difference between me and most people is I've never allowed that to happen to me. In fact, that actually puts me in mind of a story, because people used to go in on me back in the day, and this was, I may have been 11 or 12. May have been 11 or 12 at this time. I was being told how skinny and puny and weak I was, how I was the blackest, ugliest one in my family, how I was nappy-headed and all this stuff with my afro. Uh, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live unofficially, and I can't see that now. I'm driving, so I can't really see that. But welcome to the live, folks. Look, I'm answering all dating and relationship questions for you. If you got any, feel free to request to join the live, and I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. But I'm just continuing on what somebody kind of asked me about earlier, and now just kind of telling a life story, I guess. But yeah, I was being told all those things about how I was nappy headed and all this different stuff. And for the slightest bit of time, I started letting that get to me. But prior to that, I'd always been, I was always resilient. I let nothing bother me, even as a kid. And it started to get to me, or I started to allow it to get to me. Started to see myself in a different light. And I remember, this was the day to the rest of my life. But I was taking a shower, and I remember I stepped out of the shower, soaking wet, butt booty naked in the birthday suit. And we had this big mirror in the bathroom, big mirror. I remember I stepped out of that shower, and I beheld myself in all my wondrous glory. Welcome to the live. Is that unofficially? Welcome to the live. But I beheld myself in all of my wondrous glory. And it was at that moment I looked at myself. I took all of me and every bit of me, all of it. I realized something in that moment. I said to myself, you know what? I mean, welcome to the live, Ranchio. I think that is. Welcome to the live. Look, Dating Coach Van Johnson here, answering all your dating and relationship related questions. If you got anything, feel free to join the live and ask. But so I beheld it all, and I said to myself, you know what? I might not, I might not be the best looking guy in the world, but I mean, I'm not booty faced or anything. I mean, I look, I look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And man, so it was really just a small window of time that I ever let that stuff get to me. But at that moment, when I had that moment in the mirror, it's something I'm remembering from Frederick Douglass's autobiography. When I read it back then, but it was basically something like he said he had a moment, I think he said, where he had a moment where it was like at that moment he walked into the door of the rest of his life. That was the moment that I walked into the door of the rest of my life. Because from then on, it did not matter what anybody said about me. Didn't matter what they said about the hair, about the look, about the body. None of it bothered me. I'm like a duck in the water. The water just rolled right off. Shoot, people used to try and talk about me back in high school, man. I used to laugh in these people's faces. I'm telling you, they used to think I was, man. People think I'm crazy. But the reason why they think I'm crazy, the reason why people went in on me so much off Pop Lagoon is because they had their flame extinguished. They don't know what it is to truly be themselves. And so when a man like me comes around, it gets uncomfortable. because people aren't used to it. I see people I know in their 40s, 50s, 60s. What's up, Faith Holding? Dating coach Van Johnson here. Welcome to the live, answering all your dating and relationship related questions. If you have anything you would like to ask, feel free to request to join the live. I'll bring you up and you can ask your question. Make sure you share it and get other people in the room, get other people to join the live. But that's the difference between me and other people. My flame was never extinguished. I never lost my authenticity. And you know what's funny about people telling me, oh, you're like Prince and you're like John Lennon and all these people. Welcome 25 SM to the live. Dating coach Van Johnson here, answering all your dating and relationship related questions. If you got any, my man, feel free to request to join the live and I got you. But all of these people, even Prince, I did not know who Prince was actually until after he had died. Only because when I was in college, my friends, they were mentioning Prince had died. I had no idea who the man was. Which, as big as he was, I guess, crazy, but I never followed media and stuff like that. Honestly, I wasn't one of those people super into social media and all of that stuff. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Be sure to like, be sure to share. And if you have any dating relationship related questions, feel free to request to join. I got you. But yeah, most of these people that they're talking about, like I've heard some of the names before. Honestly, it was crazy. I had never even heard the name of Prince. And I was probably 22, 21, 22 or 23, something like that when my friends were talking about him. I knew John Legend. I knew Michael Jackson. That was about it. So all these people that people constantly compare me to, oh, you're trying to play a character, blah, blah. Nah, I didn't even know these people. This is me. It's always been me. I don't know how these people you talk about dress. So much so that I have this outfit that I wore, and everybody was like, oh, Michael Jackson. And I'm thinking, man, why do these people keep talking about some Michael Jackson? I mean, granted, I think I had to throw out, and it was, red leather jacket, red pants. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, Grace and It's. Be sure to like, share. If y'all have any dating relationship related questions or anything else you would like to ask, feel free to request to join the live. I'll bring you up and you can talk. You can ask your questions. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. I never have cared what people said. Like they were talking about, they thought I was playing a character. But what I was saying is that I thought that was honestly hilarious because all of these people these celebrities that people constantly have compared me to over my life, Michael Jackson, John Legend, John Lennon, and then they have all these amateurs, Undercover Brother, Afro Thunder, it just goes, the list goes on. And, but most of the real life, celebrities, I never even knew them because I didn't follow media like that. So who I am has always been my authentic self. And like I said, I think that's the big problem that a lot of people have with me. Because sometimes when you're not where you want to be, it hurts being in the presence of someone that has something that you don't got. I heard be somebody else. I don't have to put up a persona, none of that. I just get to be me. And it's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. You have no idea. And so this is actually one of the lessons I taught as a life coach, and still one of the lessons I teach now as a life and dating coach for men. That moment that I had that I described earlier, you need to go and do that. This is some free game for you right now. Get in front of a mirror. Strip yourself buddy boots naked. And behold yourself in all of your almighty made glory. And recognize that you are who you are. You cannot magically change who you are. So if there are things that you don't like and can't change, accept it. And if there are things that you don't like and can change, change it. Change it and stop being worried about what other people are saying. Look in that mirror, behold yourself in all. Accept you yourself. You truly accept yourself everywhere. There is nothing no one can do that to shake you from who you are. It's not possible. That's why I've gone all these years. I don't cut my hair because people talk about it. I don't change the way that I act, the way that I talk, the way that I walk, the way that I dress for no doggone body. Even though they keep talking about, oh, I'm a character. Michael Jackson, nah, I'm Van freaking Johnson. Get it in your head, remember it, and when you see me, call me Van Johnson. Don't call me no John Legend. Don't call me no Michael Jackson, no John Lennon, no nobody. Call me Van freaking Johnson, because that's who I am. Now, you might be playing a character. I realize most people seem to be. You know, I frequent bars and clubs. You know, I like to dance. And I just like the people watch. You know, I love psychology. And I've learned so much just going out watching people at bars and clubs. You know, being in Jackson, Mississippi for so many years, I've been going out for years. And you know something I noticed? Going out every weekend, I saw the same people over and over again. Week after week, month after month, year after year. No growth, no change. It's like they just live for every weekend where they can come out, get blasted drunk, and only then can they maybe be a little bit of who they truly want to be. And it's a sad, sad way to live, a sad life to live. That is a sad life to live. Living for the weekend, dreading every Monday. And I see it all the time. People have to drown away their sorrows with their liquid courage and cigarettes, doggone vaping, and all this stuff. That's not the life, brother. That's not the life, sister. Anybody watching, that's not the life. Look in that mirror. Accept yourself, and from that moment forward, like truly accept yourself. I'm not talking about no playing BS. Accept yourself and make a commitment to change whatever it is about yourself that you personally don't like. But always remember what started happening when I was around maybe 10, 12, when I started kind of letting that stuff get to me a little bit for that short time. It was because I allowed somebody else's busted up, broken glasses. Imagine, I got eyes to see, right? But imagine me taking someone else's busted up, broken bifocals and putting them on my face. and then having busted up vision, looking at myself, seeing me through their busted up eyes. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. Take them busted up things off, because that's not your vision, it's somebody else's vision of you. That right there, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, that right there does not matter. It's you and then the Almighty, the Almighty, that's what matters. You don't believe in the Almighty, that's you, but that's what matters. Welcome to the live, Jamar. Dating Coach Van Johnson here. I'm answering all of your dating and relationship related questions. Look, if you got any questions you want to ask, request to join the live, come on up, and I'll answer whatever questions you got, my brother, to the best of my ability, or any other questions you got. And be sure to like and share. Get more people to join the live. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. So I hope what I've said is able to touch somebody, help somebody. Make sure y'all do like this. Comment, leave. I want to hear your thoughts. So be sure to leave comments. Let me hear your thoughts on this. And share it with somebody. Because this right here, this is what people pay me for. And it's life-changing stuff if you know how to take it and apply it. And if you want greater help taking this lesson, if you want me to go even deeper into this lesson, then go ahead and just hit me up. Jump in the DMs. Tell me you're ready. We'll meet and we'll make it happen. But be sure to, like I said, like it, leave your thoughts, share this with somebody that needs it. Once again, it's life-changing stuff. But I think I'll go ahead and get ready to wrap up this live. But hey, thanks to everyone that joined the live. Everybody that's going to be liking, commenting, sharing, I appreciate it. Look, I'll make sure I go live more often so that we can do this more often. So yeah, be looking out for the future lives. I got you. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Probably jump over to TikTok. So if you're following me on TikTok, hey, join me on TikTok live, and hey, we'll chop it up. We'll make it happen. Look, y'all, I'm gonna continue this drive, and I'm gonna jump on TikTok live. I think, and y'all have a great night. Look, y'all, be great. Be great. Look within. Understand your own psychology. Stop listening to what other people think. What other people say. Not what other people think. You can hear what they think, but do not internalize what they say when it does not apply to you. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Y'all have a great night. Be blessed and be easy. Dating Coach Van Johnson is out. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.